This is News 3 Now, live at 4, moving forward.
Good afternoon. Welcome to Live at 4. Wisconsin's 175-year-old abortion ban was challenged in the Wisconsin Supreme Court today.
Political reporter Will Keneally is at the state capitol with the latest.
This will be the final stop for the state's abortion ban to be challenged in state court. Now, 2 years ago, abortion was made illegal in Wisconsin after that U.S. Supreme Court decision allowed that 1849 law to be in effect. Last year, a Dane County judge essentially threw out that 1800s law, making abortion legal once again in Wisconsin. The Wisconsin Supreme Court is taking a look at that Dane County decision. That led to often tense arguments on the bench today.
Are you kidding me? We're trying to figure out if medical providers here are going to be able to save women's lives. So yeah, we better get this right.
The justices debated over whether newer laws on abortion effectively repeal that 1849 abortion ban. Now, the state Supreme Court currently has a liberal majority, so we're expecting them to side with that lower court decision and keep abortion legal in Wisconsin. Reporting from the state capitol, Will Keneally, News 3 Now.
Will, thank you. After the court heard arguments, Attorney General Josh Kaul spoke with the media about the implications of the case if it does or doesn't side with him.
Kaul commented on the president-elect's stance on abortion. Wisconsin's electoral votes handed Trump the official victory last week, but Democrats picked up seats in the state legislature. Kaul says that's indicative of how voters feel about the issue.
I think Wisconsinites are clear about where they stand on these issues. And I think to respect the will of the voters, Donald Trump repeatedly said that this is a state's issue now. And so it is up to our state legislators to take action on these issues.
We're still not sure when we'll get a decision in this case, but it should be sometime before August.
Given the most likely scenario, we're going to take a look at what the future of abortion could look like in Wisconsin. If and when the state Supreme Court sides with Kaul, Wisconsin will revert to the laws it had before the U.S. Supreme Court's Dobbs decision, which overturned Roe. That would make abortion illegal at 20 weeks. The exceptions, if the life or health of the mother is at risk. Breaking that rule results in a Class 1 felony. Wisconsin law also prohibits Badger Care, the state's health exchange, and insurance plans for state employees from covering the cost of abortion care.
Research shows financial barriers are some of the most frequently cited reasons people can't access abortion services. And a study from the American Medical Association found states that had greater access to reproductive health, like abortion, had lower rates of homicides against pregnant women. Today's case was one of two we'll see before the state Supreme Court. A separate case is asking the court to enshrine a right to abortion in the state constitution, a higher level of protection. That case has not been scheduled yet for arguments.
A senior advisor for Wisconsin football, Jack Del Rio, was arrested just after midnight last Friday for an OWI.
This morning, Luke Fickell said in his weekly news conference Del Rio will be resigning from his position with the Badgers. Our Andrew Banstra is in the studio with more. Andrew.
Yep, Maddie and Brady, police say Del Rio allegedly crashed his car into a light pole before breaking a fence in somebody's yard. The incident took place on Madison's west side, where witnesses said Del Rio was seen walking away after the crash. When police arrived, they say he showed signs of impairment and admitted to driving the vehicle. Del Rio joined the Badgers as a senior advisor just a few months ago, right before the season, following a lengthy NFL career that included 11 seasons as a player and 12 as a head coach. Fickell said when he learned of the incident, he spoke with the administration and Del Rio immediately.
He's going to move forward, and he's going to resign and move on. But it's a tough situation, decisions that all of us have to, be able to, take full responsibility for, and so that's what Jack will do, and we'll continue to move forward. None of he nor me or anybody in our athletic department wants to take away the distractions or have a distraction from what the task is at hand.
And the very first task at hand is the #1 team in the country is coming into Camp Randall this Saturday to play the Badgers. We'll preview that later in sports.
Andrew, thank you. Let's get a look at your first morning forecast. Chief Meteorologist Alex Harrington has that now. Hey, Alex.
Hey, Maddie. Breezy behind me. You can see the trees are moving. It feels like fall today for a change. I'm not talking about temperatures in the 60s or 70s or 80s. How about normal temperatures for a change? I don't use the word normal too much lately. The sun is going to be out tomorrow. It's going to feel normal on Tuesday. A fall-like weather system brings rain showers on Wednesday. Next week, first to let you know, could be very active for much of the Midwest. A lot of rain in the Midwest. There could be some snow as well in the Midwest. We've got 44 here in Madison, 49 out to the west in Boscobel, 44 to the north up in Camp Douglas, and how about a 46 in Platteville and in Janesville. These temperatures, what you would expect for fall, not the 50s or not the 60s, 70s, and 80s that we've been getting used to. Let's plan the rest of our Veteran Day evening. Temperatures falling down to freezing by the time we get to the very end of tonight, which is normal. Lows in the upper 20s to right around 30. That's normal, as I keep emphasizing that, normal temperatures as we go into Tuesday. Then the Rainmaker moves into southern Wisconsin on Wednesday, and in a few minutes when I return, we're going to track that Rainmaker and how much water you can expect out of it.
Alex, thank you. Like you said, today is Veterans Day, a time when we honor those who served or are actively serving in the United States Armed Services.
Kyle Pozorski brings us the sights and sounds from today's ceremony at the state capitol.
Wisconsin's Capitol Rotunda saw plenty of symbolism Monday, honoring those who served this country. On this 106th anniversary of the end of World War I, attendees hearing remarks from veterans as well as Governor Tony Evers celebrating the bravery of Wisconsin service members. The Madison Veterans Council and Wisconsin Department of Veterans Affairs putting on the annual event with this year's theme, A Legacy of Loyalty and Service. We spoke with veteran Carrie McAllen of Post 7591 of Madison about what the day means for her and other vets.
It symbolizes that our state, our governor, and all the other representatives here in the state value veterans.
And appreciating the sacrifice of thousands of Wisconsinites.
Well, it's a great reminder of what we as military members have had to, what we've lived and have really internalized to survive.
At the Capitol, Kyle Pozorski, News 3 Now.
Kyle, thank you. The federal holiday is celebrated every year on November 11th, which is the anniversary of the end of World War I more than a century ago.
After their work in the military, many veterans continue to serve their country. Today, we're highlighting the story of Ace Genther, a social worker with SSM Health's at-home hospice care. Genther is part of SSM's Veteran-to-Veteran program, which partners a veteran volunteer with a veteran patient, giving them an opportunity to share their stories with someone who understands their unique challenges.
Sometimes places where they'll tell me stuff that they won't even tell their families. A lot of times when you meet another veteran, there's this camaraderie where we all know what we're thinking, you know. Once you go into that room and you meet that other veteran, it's going to be like meeting any other veteran. You've done it before, you've seen them before, and you're going to relax just like that. And if you're a veteran and you know talking to other veterans, what that means and how easy it is, that's what this is.
Genther's been with SSM Health's Veteran-to-Veteran program for less than 2 years, but says he's sure this is where he wants to retire.
Still ahead, President-elect Donald Trump is expected to announce his White House Deputy Chief of Staff for Policy.
Who Stephen Miller is and what his plans are for the future of immigration in America.
Let the design team at Wanakee Furniture ETC turn your design dreams into reality. With customized solutions and quality products, our passion and expertise will help turn your room into a dream space.
Bring quality home at Wanakee Furniture ETC.
Think all Medicare plans are the same? Think again. A Medicare Advantage plan from Dean Health Plan gives you the benefits you need with premiums as low as $0 a month. Medical, hospital, and prescription drug coverage comes with $0 copays for primary care doctor visits. And extra benefits can help you save even more. Get preventive and comprehensive dental, $250 for eyewear, and $750 for hearing aids. Plus, you can save on over-the-counter health and wellness items. All this and free fitness memberships at more than 25,000 locations. Call 1-888-296-4080 today to get your free Dean Health Plan Medicare Advantage Guide. That's 1-888-296-4080. Dean Health Plan, right here with you.
You want it, we got it, it's all here. Rosemont it. You want some ice time, a nice time, so good you post it twice time. You want some cheer? Now I'll show you where you gotta be. Tell you who you gotta see. Ooh, it's gonna make you smile. You want it, we got it, it's all here. Rosemont.
Enjoy the magic of the North Pole, just east of O'Hare, with miles of memories waiting to be made. To Rosemont it your way, start at rosemont.com.
Rosemont it.
There's DNA. Then there's heavy-duty DNA. HDNA. It's engineered into every aspect of the GMC Sierra HD. With the pulling power to prove it. Tow hitches of the world, prepare for glory. Get 5.9% APR for 84 months on Sierra heavy-duty Denali models. That's over $5,300 in average finance savings.
Are your home's tired, leaky gutters saying, rain, rain, go away? Is your basement at risk of flooding? To the rescue, Fry Construction and our Absolute Gutters. Our gutters are custom fabricated on-site for a perfect, seamless fit that's engineered to excel. Wishing for a break in the clouds? How about a sunny 29% discount on our Absolute Gutter System? To get this great deal, visit fryconstruction.com today to schedule your roof or siding replacement.
Let the design team at Wanakee Furniture ETC help you find your inspiration and transform your room. Every style, every budget, our creativity, passion, and expertise will help you design your dream space.
Bring quality home at Wanakee Furniture ETC.
Welcome back. More than a dozen shell casings were discovered on Madison's east side after reports of shots fired on Friday night. No injuries were reported, and there were no signs of property damage in the area around Mesta Lane and Commercial Avenue. The investigation is ongoing. Anyone with information, please contact Madison Area Crime Stoppers at 608-226-6014.
A jury has convicted a man on all counts of the 2017 killings of two girls in Delphi, Indiana. Prosecutors say Richard Allen killed 13-year-old Abby Williams and 14-year-old Libby German, leaving their bodies near a trail. The case went cold for more than 5 years until Allen was arrested in 2022. He could be sentenced to up to 130 years in prison.
On the national stage, President Biden and Vice President Harris are recognizing Veterans Day. Earlier, the two went to Arlington National Cemetery's Veterans Day ceremony to pay their respects. This was Harris's first public appearance since conceding last week's election to President-elect Trump. We didn't hear from Harris, but Biden took the stage in his last Veterans Day remarks as president.
This is the last time I will stand here at Arlington as Commander-in-Chief. It's been the greatest honor of my life. To lead you, to serve you, to care for you, to defend you, just as you defended us, generation after generation after generation.
President Biden also laid a wreath at the tomb of the unknown soldier, the final resting place for one of America's unidentified World War I soldiers.
With the transition of the Oval Office from Biden to Trump underway, the president-elect has started announcing who will be in his cabinet. Throughout the campaign, Trump said solving the immigration problem was one of his top priorities. He's already chosen someone to lead that effort. Yesterday, he selected Tom Homan to head Immigration and Customs Enforcement, or ICE. Homan served as the acting director of ICE in Trump's first administration. Recently, Homan has made clear that Trump's plans for, quote, mass deportations are on his agenda.
I got a message. As a guy who spent 34 years deporting illegal aliens, I got a message to the millions of illegal aliens that Joe Biden's releasing our country in violation of federal law. You better start packing now.
Is there a way to carry out mass deportation without separating families?
Of course there is. Families can be deported together.
Homan says that goes for children who are American citizens as well. He argued the effort would be targeted, but exact plans for how mass deportations would be carried out and how much they would cost remain unknown.
In the coming days, President-elect Trump is expected to announce his White House Deputy Chief of Staff for Policy. Stephen Miller is expected to take on that role. Miller served in Trump's first administration as a senior advisor. After Trump left office, Miller started an advisory group called America First Legal, which ultimately contributed to the Project 2025. In an interview with the New York Times last year, Miller said under a second Trump term, the military would build detention centers to house immigrants who have been arrested and are facing deportation.
Before Trump takes the White House in just 10 weeks, the Biden administration is racing to dole out remaining funds from key legislation. They include finalizing agreements between the Commerce Department and manufacturing companies for federal semiconductor subsidies, allocating grants for climate initiatives, and surging available money and weapons to Ukraine. Trump reportedly spoke with Vladimir Putin last week, urging restraint with Ukraine. Russia has denied that that call happened.
A 25-year-old man is in custody in Alabama in connection to a mass shooting that killed a person and injured dozens of others at a university. The shooting happened last night. A man opened fire on a group celebrating Tuskegee University's 100th homecoming. The victim was 18-year-old Latavion Johnson. At least 12 of the 16 injured people were hurt by gunfire. Many of the injured are students. The shooting is among at least 454 mass shootings reported so far this year in the U.S., according to the Gun Violence Archive.
A new study from the journal JAMA Network Open highlights loopholes that could help kids bypass online regulations to get vapes. You have to be 21 to buy tobacco products. Retailers are supposed to verify people's age upon delivery by scanning their IDs. Researchers looked at attempts to buy vaping products from 78 websites and have them delivered to homes. They found that among 105 deliveries, personnel scanned the package receiver's ID only once. Most of the products were delivered with no delivery interaction and by USPS, even though the Postal Service is not allowed to ship e-cigarettes or vaping products.
After last week's rate cut, people have been hoping to see lower mortgage rates, but Freddie Mac says 30-year fixed mortgage rates inched up last week to 6.79%. Part of that's due to a lack of inventory, fewer homes on the market. So that means higher prices and more competition.
Home prices hitting new record highs with each passing month. And this is simply due to the fact that we have a housing shortage. It's frustrating to see that, but it's not surprising.
Only 24% of housing sales last month were first-time buyers.
Well, you could see a meteor or two in the sky tonight. The northern Taurus meteor shower is set to peak after midnight. Meteors should be visible almost everywhere in the world except for Antarctica, but if you missed tonight's show, you'll have a chance to spot more over the next few weeks. The American Meteor Society says they'll be visible until December 2nd.
Does that mean we'll be able to see it, Alex?
I think you got a really good chance tonight in southern Wisconsin. Yay, bearer of good news to start off that Monday because we have clear skies, and that's what you need for viewing. Temperatures, though, a little bit of a shock to the system. Went for a walk earlier today, and it bundled up with temperatures in the 30s. By the time we get to 10 o'clock, I plan to do another walk this evening, and I plan to be bundled up because, again, I'm used to the 60s and 70s and 80s that all of us have been very, very used to lately, and it's not that out there right now. We got 44 in Madison. Northwesterly breezes a bit on the gusty side. Do a little tour here with our Dodgeville cam looking fall-like. At least we have the sun, so the sun is nice out there. And then we have, this isn't our Plan B radio sky cam, but we can look at our Capital sky cam once again to verify it's a gorgeous evening out there. Clear skies, good night for the meteor viewing out there. Temperatures in the upper 20s to the lower 30s, and I really want to emphasize, like up here in the banner, that's normal for this time of year. I think I mentioned the word normal about 5 times during first weather. And secondly, here as we go on into Tuesday, sunny skies, temperatures where they should be in the upper 40s to near 50 degrees. And then the rain moves back into southern Wisconsin Wednesday. We've been talking about this weather system for a while now. Here comes the showers, 6 o'clock Wednesday evening. Madison points off towards the south, towards the west. They become widespread as we head towards 10, 11, 12 o'clock Thursday morning. Breezy conditions out of the northeast, and those showers will likely begin your Thursday morning before they move off towards the east eventually a little bit later Thursday morning. Rainfall amounts, if this pans out, 1/2 inch to perhaps 3/4 of an inch across southern Wisconsin. Now those drops with the rain that we received over this weekend will likely continue to help our drought situation across the area. Once this weather system moves out of here Thursday, breezy conditions by the end of the upcoming weekend, mild, those are temperatures above normal. And then first to really let you know here, Weather models, pretty good agreement. Maddie, I know you're probably not going to like this a whole lot, but Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, well, we primarily look to have rain and breezy conditions. We could be looking at a little wet snow at night. Still some time for viewer photos here. We had those showers moving out of the area. Marilyn sends us this photo here from Randolph. Just scan the QR code, then we want to see those photos. It links it right up to the First Warn Weather Team. And I saw this on my walk last night. What a stunning sunset here. Michael's sending us a beautiful picture of that with that contrast of the clouds and that reflection from the sun from Stoughton, those pretty red colors. And we see that also on Lake Mendota with choppy waters, but a beautiful sky. Thank you, Lee, for sending us that. And how about this, Brady and Maddie? Look at the colors in McFarland that we captured here from Scott. How about that for viewer photos to start off the work week?
Those are some of my favorite sunsets with all those colors, and they're hard to capture on film too.
They are. Nice work, Scott.
Yeah.
That's impressive.
Good job, everyone. Again, open up an Etsy shop. You could be making some money.
And Alex, you know me well. I don't like the snow.
It'll eventually get here, but next week I'm not expecting big snows right now.
She's going to start throwing things.
No, I'm not.
Okay.
Well, maybe. Okay, we'll do that later. A chilling Hugh Grant tests the faith of two Mormon missionaries in the new psychological thriller Heretic.
We'll find out how the weekend box office fared in the Loper Report.
Keeping tabs on our kids' screen time can be tough. So SSM Health and News 3 Now created the Time for Kids digital playbook. Join us for tips to help your family set rules and stay safe in the digital world by taking Time for Kids.
Shop the largest selection of Chevy trucks and SUVs in Wisconsin at Bergstrom Chevrolet. Lease a new Silverado 1500 starting at $355 a month, or a 24 Equinox EV starting at $279 a month. Stop in or shop and purchase at BergstromMadison.com.
We're unboxing unbeatable values for your home every Friday in November. And that means I've got stylish sofas in multiple colors with Bobapedic seating for just $3.99 each. Because every day is like Black Friday when you dare to compare at Bob's.
After careful review of medical guidance and research on pain relief, my recommendation is simple. Every home should have Salon Paws. Powerful, yet non-addictive. Targeted and long-lasting. I recommend Salon Paws. It's good medicine.
Army National Guard soldiers have the option to train and learn skills in the trade fields. Skills that can lead to employment at home as well. Find out how you can learn a trade and serve part-time for your community and country by visiting NationalGuard.com.
The future of cool, comfortable sleep is here. Introducing the new Sleep Number Climate Cool Smart Bed, the only smart bed in the world that actively cools and effortlessly adjusts to both of you. Sleep up to 15 degrees cooler on each side. It actively cools by drawing warm air away from your body to keep you cool and comfortable throughout the night. Our smart sleepers get 28 minutes more restful sleep per night. Save 40% on the Sleep Number Special Edition Smart Bed, plus free home delivery with any base. Shop now at a Sleep Number store near you.
Saving money with these hot deals at Menards. All prices after 11% rebate. Paper towels are just 77 cents per roll. Men's line performance gloves, only $4.99. RV and Marine antifreeze is just $3.29 a gallon. 50-pound water softener salt, only $5.89. Hurry, these hot deals won't last long. Sign up for Menards emails to get more big savings right to your inbox.
Save big money at Menards.
I can honestly say that Cardinal has never let me down.
Cardinal is the place to go for any type of work that you need done around your home.
The kindness, the efficiency, the professionalism, the respect was amazing.
We were very impressed with their cleanliness.
I definitely recommend Cardinal Heating and Air Conditioning because of the professionalism, the communication they provided.
Cardinal will always be my first call for anything that Cardinal does.
I think we're going to continue to use Cardinal for a long time.
Keeping tabs on our kids' screen time can be tough. So SSM Health and News 3 Now created the Time for Kids digital playbook. Join us for tips to help your family set rules and stay safe in the digital world by taking Time for Kids.
Venom once again snakes its way to the top of the box office, but did the new movie Heretic have its blueberry pie and eat it too?
Will Loper shows us in the Loper Report.
Hey, Susan and Brady. Venom took #1 at the box office for the 3rd week in a row, while the new movie in theaters, Heretic, ended in 3rd with a decent $11 million. But is the movie worth seeing?
Hi, good afternoon, ma'am. Are you interested in learning about our Savior, Jesus Christ?
Sophie Thatcher and Chloe East play Sister Barnes and Sister Paxton, 2 Mormon missionaries hoping they've found a new convert when they visit the house of Mr. Reed, played by Hugh Grant.
Are you interested in learning more about the Church of Jesus Christ?
Come on in.
We can't come inside unless another woman is present.
My wife is home. Does that count?
Great.
You like pie?
Yeah.
My wife has pie in the oven.
Little do they know, Mr. Reed has no wife and has locked them inside his house and proceeds to play a cat and mouse game with the two, which involves philosophical debates on religion and belief.
So which door?
It's a simple choice, but it should not be made simply. Belief or disbelief.
The first half of the film is a tense and gripping exercise in suspense, with an especially fantastic performance from Hugh Grant, who takes a devious delight in his villainous turn.
So you have to go dun in order to go hoot.
But when the second half of the movie rolls around and answers begin to be revealed, the movie loses much of its steam and does not stick the landing. Heretic is worth seeing on streaming for Hugh Grant's performance alone, but it's not worth a trip to theaters.
The only way out is through. Is this the game?
High five.
For Live at 4, I'm Will Loper.
Scary.
I saw it.
Nah, that's a bummer, because it seems really good.
It has some interesting ideas, but it's marketed. The movie is different than what I thought it would be. It's still interesting, but I kind of dozed off a little bit, and I agree with what Will Loper said.
Wait for it to come on streaming.
Yeah, stream it.
Okay, noted.
Okay. Well, coming up, one Madison neighborhood is lighting up the lane for Veterans Day.
We'll bring you the neighbor who started it all when we come back.
Right now at Affordable Dentures and Implants, we're making new smiles more affordable. Save 15% on most treatment plans over $1,000. Call 1-800-DENTURE today. Offer ends November 27th.
Go ahead and smile.
Owning my own home is nice. You can just come home knowing that it's yours. It's a sense of pride, sense of ownership, and enjoying it with everyone that I love and care for.
Make a lasting impact on local families in need. Please donate today.
Janesville Nissan, we treat our customers the way we want to be treated. It's in everything we do and every deal we make. You won't find that at most other dealerships. Come see why you'll feel great buying a vehicle from Janesville Nissan. Exceptional savings, award-winning service.
The Friends of the Middleton Performing Arts Center present Divas 3, powerhouse Las Vegas vocalists performing your favorite chart-topping hits. Saturday, November 23rd, one show only. Tickets available online now.
Hey, babe, what's a 5-letter word that starts with PH and ends with NE? Clue is get 4 of these for free with 4 lines for $90 a month at US Cellular.
James, have you tried the 4 free phone flakes? I love these free phone flakes. Ah!
Hey, Dad, 4 free phones.
Each survey has 4 free phones.
4 free phones?
Thanks.
Oh.
They're right behind me, aren't they?
Choose 4 free phones and 4 lines for $90 a month. No trade-in needed. US Cellular.
The day of the accident, my insurance company had kind of implied that the entire thing was my fault.
There's so many things that the insurance companies try to do that you think they're on your side and they're not.
Gruber Law Offices ensured that I was represented fairly in the eyes of our insurance company and helped us to receive a settlement that really helped our family.
We know how to win. One call, that's all.
The insurance company gave me the runaround and Gruber Law Offices made them pay.
Let Affordable Dentures and Implants help you get a new smile. Right now, save 15% on most treatment plans over $1,000. Call 1-800-DENTURE today. Offer ends November 27th.
Go ahead and smile.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
You're watching News 3 Now, live at 4.
There we go as we observe Veterans Day, and we want to thank all of the families of veterans and acknowledge the veterans who have sacrificed so much for everyone.
We do. Thank you for your service.
And it's a beautiful day.
It is a beautiful day, and Alex's big word today is normal. We have normal weather for a change.
Yeah, that's not a word that I've said a whole lot this fall season. We've had 70s, we've had record highs, all-time record highs at day and at night. And temperatures, while they will be a bit above normal over the course of the next 10 days, we're not seeing 60s, 70s, and 80s in our forecast. We're seeing 40s and 50s. So we're inching our way a little bit more towards normality, if you will, for November. Right now, what you would expect for the evening. Clear skies, I can verify that above me. Temperatures going down to 40 at 6. Jacob will be here for the 10 o'clock newscast. Temperatures in the lower 30s. And I plan to get a walk in between, about 7 and 8 o'clock. And you need to bundle up. You'll probably need the scarf and the hat. Maybe not the scarf, but the gloves and the hat for sure tonight. As we all acclimate again to temperatures in the upper 20s to right around 30 to start off Tuesday morning. I'm expecting sunny skies on Tuesday with highs up where they should be. Normal highs 47 will be in the upper 40s to right around 50 degrees. And then we have to track some rain coming into the picture by the time we get into Wednesday. That rainmaker could bring a decent amount of water to parts of southern Wisconsin. How much you can expect? And then another active weather pattern in the future, way out in the future, could bring snow to the Midwest. Will it bring snow to Wisconsin? We'll talk about it in a little bit.
Alex, thank you. In light of Veterans Day, communities in Madison are showing their support for those who have served.
Our Meryl Hubbard is in a neighborhood just off of Monroe Street with more on Operation Greenlight. Meryl?
Hey, Brady and Maddie. Well, it's not dark enough yet to see the full effect, but if you look behind me, there's a green light lit right here on this porch, and that's the case for all High Street. This entire street is filled with houses who've decided to light a green light on their porch. Now, the neighbor who started this all tells me that there's about 20 houses who are on board, and that's because it's the Operation Greenlight. It's a nationwide initiative that displays solidarity with America's veterans, where the green light symbolizes the color of the military. It's a program that is run through the National Association of Counties, and Dane County is now on the board. This year in Madison, they're showing their support on High Street, which is not the first time they've seen the green glow. Last year, 2 neighbors switched out their regular bulbs for something more meaningful.
Our veterans have made a big sacrifice for our freedoms, and I don't think we have honored them enough over the years, and this is just one way to show our support.
Neil McCallum started an email chain that has gone around delivering green bulbs to those who want one in the neighborhood. Now tonight, when it gets darker, we're going to show you the full effect of these bulbs and also talk about the meaning behind them from these neighbors. Reporting in Madison, Meryl Hubbard, News 3 Now.
Meryl, thank you. Many visited the state capitol to honor the legacy of Wisconsin's vets. The Madison Veterans Council and Wisconsin Department of Veterans Affairs held the annual Veterans Day ceremony this morning. This year's theme was a legacy of loyalty and service. In the Capitol Rotunda, Governor Tony Evers spoke about the devotion our veterans have to this country.
Wisconsin is home to over 300,000 veterans, and each of them, sacrificing the comforts and safety of home, made it their mission to defend our great state and nation and to protect the values and liberties that we hold dear.
The federal holiday is recognized every year on November 11th, which is the anniversary of the end of World War I more than a century ago.
Most of Wall Street rolls higher today as Bitcoin bounces above $86,000. The Dow jumping 0.7%, the Nasdaq up 0.06%, and the S&P 500 up 0.1%. State Superintendent Jill Underly is proposing more than $3 billion in state funding for Wisconsin schools. It's part of the Department of Public Instruction's 2025 through 27 biennial budget request. It proposes increasing special ed reimbursement to 90% by fiscal year 2027. The proposal also includes expanding per pupil categorical aid program payments with additional aid for students in poverty. It would also cap the property tax increases due to more funding per pupil to an average of 1.5% over 2 years.
Especially important is that these investments will significantly reduce the number of referendum for operating costs in local communities. The way that we, as a state, fund public education has left schools and districts in perilous financial positions for years. The time is past due to invest in our schools, especially in this particular moment, when we have a surplus and as federal pandemic-era relief funds expire.
The DPI's full budget request will come later this month and will propose more than $4 billion in new investments in K-12 public education. Underly is up for re-election this spring. Right now, her only challenger is Sauk Prairie School District Superintendent Jeff Wright.
Well, we're about 3 months into the school year in the Madison Metropolitan School District and almost 2 years into MMSD's contract with First Student Bus Services.
So what has the district done to make sure your children get to school safely and efficiently this year? And what does the future look like? Arman Rahman went to officials to find out. Hello.
Hello, Brady. Hello, Maddie. Well, News 3 Now has been following parents' concerns about the buses since last year, from late pickups and drop-offs to buses missing stops entirely. So what progress has been made? District officials say the shortage of drivers caused them to switch to a 3-tier system, which remains today. And they altered some school start times. Now the district says everything's rolling along smoothly.
Our yellow buses calculated for the month of October have been on time 98% of the time. We're very pleased with the First Student in our schools and our students in getting all of our kids to school safe and on time.
And Mike Herding says First Student and the district meet regularly, especially when they receive complaints or concerns that may require changing a bus stop. But do parents agree that the wheels on the bus are turning as they should? Watch the story tonight at 6 to find out.
So are there still shortages for school bus drivers?
Yeah, in the district, both the district leaders and First Student actually told me no. They have a full staff of about 127 drivers, but the district still wants more people trained so they can start adding some new transportation services for different activities.
And you've been working for the past week and a half to find parents to get their take on the ground to see how they feel about the bus service. So what if some still want to voice some of their concerns?
Yep, they can contact the MMSD Transportation Department, and Herding says both the district and First Student look at if any routes need to be changed or added.
Armand, thank you very much. When we return, the Global Climate Change Summit is underway.
How more than 200 countries are addressing climate change and how their plans could be affected by President-elect Donald Trump's re-election.
Join Dr. Ashish M. Raval on December 5th at 5:30 p.m. to learn about the causes of shoulder pain and pain relief options. To register for the free online educational talk, visit stoughtonhealth.com and click on Classes and Events.
This is Good News Madison, brought to you by Don's Home Furniture.
Porchlight strives to reduce homelessness in Dane County by collaborating with the community to provide shelter, affordable housing, and supportive services that eliminate barriers and empower the individuals and families that we serve. Find ways how you can help our unhoused neighbors. Please visit porchlightinc.org.
And that is Good News Madison, brought to you by Don's Home Furniture.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to thank you all for coming and sharing this time with the family.
Stay strong for Grandpa. We'll see you at the field.
When you leave this earth, don't leave any regrets. Crest Funeral and Cremation Services helped us make sure Grandpa's never forgotten. We are Crest Funeral and Cremation Services because we know your memories matter.
I was an occupational therapist and I had lost my position. I was able to just go the next day, oh well, I can dash. I love it for the freedom. I can schedule myself. Also, dashing just gives you a sense of purpose. Having portable benefits would be really awesome for me because I could use them to help cover my vision, copays, and adding to my 401k. And I could continue to build that till I retire.
In the heart of Middleton, there's a place where Christmas comes alive year after year. a joyful place where you can experience the magic of the season and take it home with you. The Bruce Company is here to make your holidays unforgettable. Find fresh and forever trees and hand-picked ornaments and the perfect gifts for family and friends. The Bruce Company Garden Center, where the spirit of the season glows and happy memories are made. And the best memories begin at the Bruce Company.
Join Dr. Ashish M. Raval on December 5th at 5:30 p.m. to learn about the causes of shoulder pain and pain relief options. To register for the free online educational talk, visit stoughtonhealth.com and click on Classes and Events.
Are you kidding me? We're trying to figure out if medical providers here are going to be able to save women's lives. So yeah, we better get this right.
Could Wisconsin's pre-Civil War abortion ban be enforced today? We'll break down the key points of this state Supreme Court hearing tonight.
This fall, only News 3 Now exposed MMSD bus route changes that created frustration for some local families.
What steps have been taken to fix these routes of concern? I'm going back to school officials for answers.
Our goal is to get students to school safely.
Tonight at 6.
More than 200 countries are coming together for 2 weeks of talks about the future of climate change.
But much of the buzz at the COP29 summit is about how America's climate policies might shift with the election of Donald Trump, who disputes climate change and its impact. CBS's Tina Kraus reports.
The United Nations Climate Change Summit is underway in Azerbaijan.
We must now demonstrate that we are prepared to meet the goals we have set ourselves.
COP29 kicks off as most nations have failed to deliver on last year's promise to phase out coal, oil, and gas, and as Earth is on pace for a repeat of the hottest year on record.
The reason this is important is because it truly brings the world together. Nearly 200 countries are represented to advance climate action.
The United States is now producing more oil than any other country has ever, a pattern poised to escalate when President-elect Donald Trump takes office. Trump famously called climate change a hoax.
We're getting out.
During his first term, pulling the U.S. out of the Paris Agreement, a global treaty to reduce planet-warming emissions. President Biden rejoined when he took office.
It is clear that the next administration will try to take a U-turn and reverse much of this progress.
U.S. climate envoy John Podesta says America's climate policy is likely to pivot sharply under Trump, but believes there will still be progress.
The work to contain climate change is going to continue in the United States with commitment and passion and belief.
Giving countries climate finance is the driving force at this year's conference, with the UN saying richer nations may need to shell out at least $1 trillion a year to help developing countries combat and cope with climate change. Tina Kraus, CBS News, London.
Climate experts say withdrawing from major climate agreements has the potential to isolate the U.S. in global climate negotiations and could encourage other high-emitting nations like China to scale back their emissions reductions.
Well, coming up next, the holiday season is one of the most joyous times of the year, but for those dealing with grief, it can be a painful reminder of loss.
Shyla Morgaine is joining us. She has some thoughts on how to cope in the weeks ahead when Live at 4 continues.
At Harker Heating and Cooling, you can save a whole bunch of money when you buy a furnace. You know what's even better? Saving even more money when you purchase a furnace and an air conditioner at the same time.
Harker Heating and Cooling.
If you're about to replace your roof, stop. There's a solution about 80% less expensive. 9 out of 10 roofs can be saved by RoofMax. Guaranteed to extend the life of your current roof by 5 to 15 years at a fraction of the cost of a new roof. RoofMax's deep penetrating power restores flexibility and water protection. Nobody wants to replace their roof. Restore it instead with RoofMax for 80% less. Call now for a free roof inspection.
Discover a level of comfort you never thought possible. Discover stressless seating at the Century House. Designed to harmonize with your body's natural movements, it's the premier destination for relaxation and rejuvenation. Right now, take 10% off all stressless recliners, sofas, tables, and ottomans. The Century House, 3420 University Avenue in Madison.
Think all Medicare plans are the same? Think again. A Medicare Advantage plan from Dean Health Plan gives you the benefits you need with premiums as low as $0 a month. Medical, hospital, and prescription drug coverage comes with $0 copays for primary care doctor visits. And extra benefits can help you save even more. Get preventive and comprehensive dental, $250 for eyewear, and $750 for hearing aids. Plus, you can save on over-the-counter health and wellness items. All this and free fitness memberships at more than 25,000 locations. Call 1-888-296-4080 today to get your free Dean Health Plan Medicare Advantage Guide. That's 1-888-296-4080. Dean Health Plan, right here with you.
Dupixent can help people with asthma breathe better in as little as 2 weeks. So this is better, even this. Dupixent is an add-on treatment for specific types of moderate to severe asthma that's not for sudden breathing problems. Dupixent can cause allergic reactions that can be severe. Tell your doctor right away if you have rash, chest pain, worsening shortness of breath, tingling, or numbness in your limbs. Tell your doctor about new or worsening joint aches and pain or a parasitic infection. Don't change or stop asthma medicines, including steroids, without talking to your doctor. Ask your specialist about Dupixent.
At Harker Heating and Cooling, you can save a whole bunch of money when you buy a furnace. You know what's even better? Saving even more money when you purchase a furnace and an air conditioner at the same time.
Harker Heating and Cooling.
Dallas, Texas.
Beautiful sunset there.
Beautiful. To 75 degrees. I am jealous.
You want to take a little trip?
I do.
Soak up that sun?
I mean, we're out of here at what, 4:59? We should go.
Yeah, rush right off.
All right.
Okay.
We can get there. Well, the holidays tend to be a bright spot for a lot of people, but they may be a dark time for individuals dealing with loss.
UW's distinguished psychologist Shyla Mergain joins us for a conversation about coping with grief during the holidays. Yeah, that's a big topic that a lot of people have to unfortunately grapple with. So how do you do this sort of grief work, I guess?
Well, we have to feel it to heal it. Grief doesn't go away. You can't just bury it. It's kind of like a beach ball underwater. Eventually it's going to pop up. It can lead to complications health-wise. It can be associated with more aches and pains, difficulty sleeping, fatigue, and if it's untreated, can even lead to depression. And many people are experiencing significant losses, whether it's a health issue, like maybe you've developed heart disease or cancer, or the loss of a loved one, or just in general, I'm seeing a lot of people come to me grief around the election outcome. So I think it's really permeating throughout, and as we go up into the holidays, Thanksgiving and beyond, it's really important to think about how am I working with any grief that might be coming up.
And why do the holidays specifically bring some of those feelings to the surface?
I think they can be a trigger because we often have our favorite memories with maybe if you lost a loved one, and so you might be thinking about sitting around the Thanksgiving table and that person not being there. All of a sudden you have a health issue you no longer had to contend with, and maybe you can't eat the foods because you're managing your health. So I think the first thing is to feel your feelings. Again, we have to feel to heal. So you might do some journaling or just talk to somebody who's trusted about what you're feeling, or even just do some expression of art, or even take some solace in nature. But carve out a little time just to be with what is. If you look at kids, they express their emotions, they only last for about 90 seconds. And as adults, we tend to bottle them up. So just give yourself that permission to just express and allow it to flow through you. That's really healing.
Yeah, and you touched on something, and I wonder, I'm sure people can relate to this. I lost my mom in June, and we were very, very close, and I don't really want to acknowledge the holidays this year. Oh, I was not going to do this. I'm lucky I have family and friends that I love very much, so I'm not alone, but we had such a good Christmas last year, and I'm thankful, but I don't want to do it again this year. Is that normal?
It is, and it sounds like you have wonderful support, and I would encourage people not to isolate, but draw in people who care, and give yourself permission to do it differently. It might be nice to make a little meaning out of the loss, like pay a tribute to your mom or the person you lost, like planting flowers or donating to a charity that would have been meaningful to her. And you don't have to do it the typical way, and for many people, they feel like they're just going to skip it this year. here, go to the movies,
Yeah.
or read a
Texas,
book.
go to Texas.
Go to Texas and watch the sunset. And I think that feels really freed. The important thing is to be true to yourself and what would bring that sense of joy and bring that sense of connection with the person that you've lost.
Yeah, thank you.
And what if maybe you're not dealing with grief during the holidays, but a friend or a loved one is? How can you support people who are dealing with those emotions?
I think it's important to be there for the long haul. When somebody has passed, often people rush in with the casseroles and the cards only to have that support dissipate. So keep checking in, and it's okay to not know what to say. You can say, gosh, I feel your pain, but I don't even know what to say, but I'm here, I care about you. And I think that sense of being consistent and caring, and then just ask simply, what can I do to help this holiday? And a little bit goes a long way, and listen.
Yeah, it really does. So it sounds like no matter where you're at in life, just be good to yourself, give yourself grace, especially during the holidays.
Yeah, it's a time for good self-care, doing what you want to do, making sure you're eating well, sleeping well, and doing a few things for your joy, celebrating the life around you, especially if you lost somebody, celebrating life that's continuing and their legacy remains, even if they're not physically present.
Do we already ask, sorry, I was trying to pull myself together, do we ask about professional help when people should start addressing that?
Yeah, no, we didn't. And sometimes grief can go into depression. So if you find your mood is low, you're having trouble functioning, maybe you're having difficulty getting out of bed, often it can fall into clinical depression. So then talk to your doctor, get some behavioral health help, but certainly it's not a time to go it alone.
Awesome. Dr. Shyla Mergain, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you so much. And I'm so sorry for your loss.
Thank you.
And your mom's present even in this newscast, so thank you for honoring her today.
I appreciate that, thanks. Take it away, Maddie.
Take it away, Alex.
All right, let's dive right into the forecast for this evening. Normal. I've been saying that through the entire 4 o'clock hour. These temperatures as we head towards midnight at 32 degrees, starting off near 40. With breezy conditions for a little while, this is what we would expect for November. Breezy conditions, temperatures in the 40s, dipping down into the 30s. A beautiful picture here with our Janesville Nissan-sponsored Skycam 44 at Madison. The winds, again, gusty. When I was out on the patio, the trees are moving around as well, and that puts just a little bit of a chill in the air. We got a lot of 44s, a couple 45s in Dane County across the rest of southern Wisconsin. Warmest temperature I can find right now is 49 in Bosqua. Otherwise, low to mid 40s across the area. Just a touch cooler than normal for today. Tonight, frosty night tonight. Upper 20s, lower 30s. We'll see those temperatures rise into the upper 40s to near 50 degrees as we head into Tuesday. Normal, typical for this time of year. And then the rain, as I mentioned, moves on in. I want to call out some communities: Boscobel, Lone Rock, Mineral Point, Platteville by 6 o'clock. All of southern Wisconsin by the time we get towards that midnight hour, and those showers will be out of here once we get to 10, 11 o'clock on Thursday morning. Rainfall amounts about a ½ inch, provided the weather track of this weather system does not change over the course of the next 48 hours. Then we turn towards an active next week. I want to be first to let you know as we go out into next week. Let's look at this graphic here together. Next week could be an active period, expecting rain and breezy weather, but we cannot rule out some nighttime and early morning wet snow across southern Wisconsin with this weather system if we can get just enough cold air by the time we head out towards Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday of next week. We'll be right back.
Nobody wants to think about cold weather, but now's the time to winterproof your home. Is your house cold every winter? Your home needs foam. Are your heating costs too high? Your home needs foam. Do you have different temperatures in different rooms? Your home needs foam. USA Premium Foam is over 35% more efficient than ordinary, weaker insulation. Winterproof now and get 0% financing for 72 months.
USA Insulation.
Enjoy a taste of Wisconsin with Madison Magazine. Dig into local cookbooks that celebrate our culinary community and history. And meet 2 innovators who've helped us create memories through cooking. Madison Magazine, online and on newsstands now. And the winner is Madison Magazine. Proud to earn 11 Milwaukee Press Club Awards for excellence in Wisconsin journalism. And the top prize for civic journalism in this year's National City and Regional Magazine Awards.
The hottest ticket in town just got a holiday makeover. That's right, we're unboxing unbeatable values for your home every Friday in November. We're talking beautiful bedroom sets, dining sets in multiple heights and shapes, best-selling mattresses, feature-packed power sofas, pop-up sleeper sofas for hundreds less than other national retailers, decor and more, all at wow-worthy prices. I think we sufficiently wowed him. So check back every Friday for a new unboxing, because every day is like Black Friday when you dare to compare at Bob's.
After careful review of medical guidance and research on pain relief, my recommendation is simple. Every home should have Salon Paws. Powerful, yet non-addictive. Targeted and long-lasting. I recommend Salon Paws. It's good medicine.
Are you kidding me? We're trying to figure out if medical providers here are going to be able to save women's lives. So yeah, we better get this right.
Could Wisconsin's pre-Civil War abortion ban be enforced today? We'll break down the key points of this state Supreme Court hearing tonight.
This fall, only News 3 Now exposed MMSD bus route changes that created frustration for some local families.
What steps have been taken to fix these routes of concern? I'm going back to school officials for answers.
Our goal is to get students to school safely.
Tonight at 6.
I'll take a look at this. A goat stuck on a cliff in Hawaii was rescued by amateur climbers who were able to tempt him with some apples.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
The goat is now safe and sound at an animal sanctuary. He has room to run and a new name, Bala.
Bala.
Yeah, I knew you were going to go there. I knew
you know me well.
Yeah.
But who doesn't love a good apple? And I'm glad the goat's okay.
Look at him. He's so cute.
Okay, we'll be right back.
You know you love it. You know you want it. And there's only one place like it where you can get it. Seafood like no other. Mad Seafood Boiler. Order online for delivery or dine in today.
It's a great time to have RG Heating and Air Conditioning check your home's furnace system for safety and efficiency. RG services all brands and installs quality Trane equipment to keep your home running smooth year-round. Call RG Heating and AC today.
Are your home's tired, leaky gutters saying, rain, rain, go away? Is your basement at risk of flooding? To the rescue, Fry Construction and our Absolute Gutters. Our gutters are custom fabricated on-site for a perfect, seamless fit that's engineered to excel. Wishing for a break in the clouds? How about a sunny 29% discount on our Absolute Gutter System? To get this great deal, visit fryconstruction.com today to schedule your roof or siding replacement.
Hi, my name is Damian Clark. If you have both Medicare and Medicaid, I have some really encouraging news that you'll definitely want to hear. Depending on the plans available in your area, you may be eligible to get extra benefits with the Humana Medicare Advantage Dual Eligible Special Needs Plan. Most plans include the Humana Healthy Options Allowance, a monthly allowance to help pay for eligible groceries, utilities, rent, and over-the-counter items. The Healthy Options Allowance is loaded onto a prepaid card each month, and whatever you don't spend carries over from each month. Plus, your doctor, hospital, and pharmacy may already be part of our large Humana networks. So call the number on your screen now and ask about a Humana Medicare Advantage Dual Eligible Special Needs Plan. And remember, annual enrollment ends on December 7th. Humana, a more human way to healthcare.
Lumino is the first fluoride-free toothpaste